Another aspect of the SUSKIDS project was to evaluate the short course and the supporting VLE. So in this presentation, I'm going to take you through the rigorous evaluation process we followed, the purpose of the evaluation, the participants, the instruments, and the findings. So the purpose of the consultation was to evaluate the short course designed for students with Down syndrome. But since a person with Down syndrome is not limited to learning at one particular level, this short course was designed for learning, teaching and assessment at levels 1, 2 and 3 on the Irish National Framework of Qualifications. This was done in line with the NCCA's Junior Cycle Short Course Guidelines. During development, attention was given to ensuring the short course was coherent with the virtual learning platform, which was designed predominantly for students taking the course at level 2. We were particularly interested in teachers' views on how well we'd achieved this coherence. We invited teachers to participate in the focus group, as they are responsible for teaching and assessing short courses. But due to COVID-19 public health guidelines, the focus group was conducted virtually. The participating teachers represented a broad range of teaching experience, covering the full spectrum of learning from which this short course was designed. The group consisted of 4 practicing teachers. Teacher 1, a special school principal, predominantly dealing with students participating in Level 1 learning programs. Teacher 2, a special school teacher, predominantly engaging with students participating in Level 2 learning programs and some Level 3 subjects. Teacher 3 was a mainstream post-primary special class teacher whose students participated in Level 1 learning profiles, Level 2 learning profiles and some Level 3 subject teaching. Our 4th teacher was Luke, a mainstream post-primary wood technology teacher and a member of the Universal Design for Learning team. You will meet Luke later today and he will outline his experience of the course with you. Luke's students predominantly take Level 3 subjects, although some students participate in Level 2 learning programs in some classes. The interview questions focused on evaluating the short course in 3 main areas: aim, rationale and key skills, strands and learning outcomes, and classroom-based assessment. However, questions were also included to evaluate its accessibility and coherence in relation to planning, the virtual learning environment, and any benefits and challenges of teaching the short course. All teachers found the aim and rationale of the short course clear and said there was an alignment with the short course and the key skills for junior cycle. They noted the aim clearly outlined how the course would lead students on an educational journey that would enable them to do research, do and review. And the stages for implementing the spiral process for learning were clear. They identified coherence between the short course and the key skills as significant and noted that they follow on very logically from the key skills to the key skill element to the learning activity. The topic of skills, particularly life skills, recurred throughout the consultation, and the course was praised for its attention to developing skills that will benefit students outside of school. However, for students participating at Level 1, there was a note that the skills would need to be broken down further. The teachers agreed that the short course strands aligned with the vision for education for sustainable development. And in terms of inclusion and supporting students with special educational needs, the teachers noted that this course was inclusion at its best. It enables student participation and collaboration and fosters peer support learning. Again, the potential to develop life skills was emphasised, and the hands-on practical nature of the course was considered by teachers to facilitate concrete learning of skills that may be too abstract in a more academic course. The examples of learning outcomes across the levels were noted as excellent resource to guide teachers, and some teachers suggested that more examples might be included, but acknowledged that this might make the course too prescriptive and remove choice and autonomy, stifling the flexibility needed by teachers to adapt the learning to their local context. In general, the CBA was well received. The teachers believed it was clear on expectations, and teachers believed that it might prove too broad for some teachers, but it was recognised that the similarity to other CBAs in junior cycle is beneficial for students and helpful for teachers. They also highlighted the importance of support in developing well-designed success criteria, and they said that the assessment of students, particularly at Level 1 in line with the Level 1 learning programmes, progression pathways, is critical. When asked about planning, teachers referred to the key skills for junior cycle, life skills, educational for sustainable development, and whole school or cross-curricular approaches. It was noted that there was potential to include student voice, and student ideas would have to be considered as they could think of something completely different from their teachers. Scaffolding for teachers, for students, particularly those with special educational needs, was seen as crucial. For the purpose of the evaluation, teachers were asked to review the strand rubbish of the VLE only and to feedback on the coherency between it and the short course learning outcomes. They agreed that the VLE content is extremely relevant and aligns excellently with learning outcomes. 3 teachers said that they'd use the VLE in conjunction with the short course as it could support learning, but they felt that they would also include other activities such as practical coursework, videos, guest speakers and tasks to enhance the learning of the course. 1 teacher said they would use the VLE as a standalone resource. Many benefits were noted for the short course and the teaching of the short course, and the primary benefit being inclusion of students with special education needs. There were suggestions for improvement, particularly in relation to the verbs included in the glossary and consistency of language used in the VLE, but it was acknowledged that this might be difficult to achieve this consistency given the international nature of the course.